Okay, so it shows up that the music is not too loud. So I initially wanted to use 3 decks, but when I got to my sacred space, 4 decks popped up. So I'm gonna say that this divine feminine oracle is, I'm not sure what your rising sign is, but this deck is information coming from your rising sign. I'm going to pick one card here. And this is the energy that is leading you in this transformational time in life. We're in between eclipses. Like, this is the most transformational, amazing atmosphere to really show up and be unafraid of what it is you know you should be doing, even though it seems like the last fucking thing you want to do. Okay? So, let's shuffle. Because I really want this to be energy focused, especially for you. And the music in the background, actually, also, I was going to change it because I thought it was a little bit much, but then I thought about who I was reading for, and I'm like, nah, she's here for all the vibes. You saw that. Honey, I can't make this up. Just for you. I think you're the most powerful person I know. Seriously. No bullshit. The cosmic egg. The divine feminine. I said this was going to be from your rising sign speaking to you. Your rising sign. The divine feminine. Okay, hello. Do you see this book? This is the divine feminine oracle. Your rising sign, whatever it is guiding you and telling you to do it. I can be more specific if I know what your rising is, but she's telling you to have full faith in your abilities. I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever-expanding love. It may not look like what you intended it to. It changes forms. There are many stages. And you can do a lot with an egg to preserve its state. But it has to be birthed. It must. Does it take 9 months? 3:33 on the clock. I can't make this up. All right. So, that is the message from your rising sign. You are the divine feminine. Like, you know how many cards in this deck? All these women coming with messages? No, you need none of that. Excuse my daughter's hair. She's having her milk before nap time. You need none of the extra bullshit. Like, all them women coming to send you messages, like, they're all within you. You are. No wonder this deck spoke to me for you. Because this is you. You have to excuse what sounds like frustration. It really is. It's really my passion and my love for you that is slightly overwhelming. Because, like, you just don't even get it. So, Holy Spirit, what messages do we have in this eclipse season? What is it that we must release? What must be released so that what we desire can take form and shape in our lives? Because we know it's ours. You know you create it. You know how to create it. I know you know, because you taught me. 5:55 on the clock. I'm laughing because Spirit is just so amazing. So amazing. I'm so grateful. So soulful burdens must be released. There's a story with these cards. Yayoi Kusama coming through with the creative vibes. Soulful burdens. You know, our truth may not always be understood by others, even the people that love us. And that doesn't matter. Like, we still have to be us and be authentic to our truth. And I was feeling like this was the only card that I needed to pull from this day. And as you can see, that's the message. Soulful burdens. I'm going to put this deck back because it has done its job. It's quite possible that I was only supposed to pick 3 cards, and 3 came to me, and I was thinking 3 cards, and I get it. I get it.
It's like Christ to me. I can't do doodle bugs. Why do I always mute doodle bugs?
I'm going to read it just so you can really hear it. Many thousands of years ago, the cockatoo did not have wings. He was so noisy. He would squawk and cry and carry on all day and all night. All the animals would ask him to be quiet. But no, he would just keep on going. On and on and on. This was becoming distressing for the other animals, as they couldn't sleep at night because of his noise and couldn't hunt during the day because he scared off all the animals. One of the animals came up with a plan. They all gathered around the noisy cockatoo and gave him a set of wings. Immediately, he took off in flight, and as he took to the sky, the other animals sighed with relief. They realized that his insistent squawking was because he was bored and frustrated at never being able to see the world. From this point onwards, all the cockatoos got wings and lived their lives, flying the skies and only squawking now and then in celebration of their freedom. The Dreamtime message is that everything seems to be spiraling out of control, and the harder you try to take back some control, the worse things become, and the less control you have. The truth is, you are trying to control the wrong things. Take stock of the situation and choose your battles more carefully. You don't have to win them all. You just have to decide which battles are important enough to put your energy into. Let's gather a little bit of clarity.
Vinny? No offense to Vinny. How we feel about Vinny? Hey, Trash is so dope. See, bro.
Soulful burdens. The burdens. When I really think soulful burdens relates to childhood trauma and how it affected the way we see the world. So there are some ways of being that showed up as negative for us based on the experience that we were brought up in. But in reality, it doesn't have to be a negative experience. It's all about the perspective. So it seems to me that there are some things that you are attached to in relationship that could be platonic, business, familial, romantic. Like, there's certain things that you're expecting or certain things that you're witnessing, rather, that are not as bad as your past experiences are making you see them as. That makes sense? Okay. So, the African Goddess Rising Oracle. This book is so powerful. It always just kind of like clears shit right the fuck up. That fell off the table. There we go. Much better. Allah, grief. Okay, the clarity is coming through. That's card 29, which is really 11, which is 2 sticks in the sand, right? Balance. Allah, goddess of grief. From Igbo, Nigeria. I'm just gonna keep this here. The temple is of the lovers. The element is the bush. An ancient Earth Mother, Allah, is the foremost Igbo Alusi, which is the deity. The goddess Allah oversees motherhood, fertility, and the afterlife. After death, humans return to the womb of Allah, replanted in the soul to reincarnate. Her guidance is give spirit your grief. Bawl it out. Wall it out. No, excuse me, wail it out. Cry it out. Sob, shriek, shed tears, and surrender it. We're taught that crying is a sign of weakness, but sometimes it's the only way you can express and release and be healed of the emotions that are no longer serving you. You are holding unprocessed grief. You want to skip over it and get back to normal, but grief doesn't go away because you ignore it. The only way to healing is to walk through it. Losing a loved one is the ultimate heartbreak, but you also experience grief after breakups, job loss, and disappointments. Self-love and self-care are required. Ask for support. Be gentle with yourself. Your goddess declaration. I am supported
Thank you for chiming in.
by my loved ones,
Keith, that's what I need
those
to
who
know.
are
I didn't know
seen
about that either. So
and
the next
those
time
who
we go
are
on this-
unseen.
Okay. Now we know. Well, no. Keith Shockley just refuted that prior. Keith Shockley was there. Over the Cali. Where's he going? So, yeah. I'd love to.
All right, let me break and put my child down and re-clear the energy for the real clarity. And I have another couple texts to get because I love you and I feel you more than these words we have can express. You know, I wish I knew my native tongue because the words I have in English are insufficient. I'm going to get a couple decks and put this child down that you can't see. And I'll be back.